I want to thank you very much for coming to Black Box Strength today. So today's going to be a little bit different. We're not going to be doing training. We're going to kind of go back to the basics today. And we're going to be talking about living and developing a healthy lifestyle. Okay. For anybody that is, a night shift warrior, I feel for you. I know your struggle. I know how it works in terms of trying to still have a healthy lifestyle and also working at nighttime. But before we really dive right into this, if you resonate with, this channel and you consider yourself to be a night shift warrior, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, uh, like, and go ahead and hit the bell so that way you can be able to know when the next video is going to be coming out. All right. But to get right into it, we're going to be going over the 3 pillars today of living a healthy lifestyle. All right. So the very first one is going to be just making sure that you have the right mindset. Okay. And then secondly, we have to make sure that we are having that ability to eat good food, eating whole foods. And then third, you're going to make sure that you have to have some form of movement in place. And then stay tuned at the end for the bonus one. I think you're going to really like that. But let's go ahead and just let's get into it, okay? All right, I'm going to be real with you today. As you can see, it's not putting on a facade or anything of that sort. But most importantly, number one, you have to mentally say to yourself, this is what I want to do. This is a direction in life that I want to go. Now, however you want to get there is all up to you. First and foremost, you need to set a goal within your mind. And then once you set that goal in your mind, you need to put pen to paper and write down what your goal is. That goal could be anything, any imaginable thing. You can say, oh, I want to have a certain body. Oh, well, I want to be able to go do this particular race that's going to be coming up. Or, I want to make sure that I live a long time so I can see my children grow and see my children's children grow. Whatever your goal is, you got to make it plain. You got to write it down. All right. You can't just leave it up in the old noggin. It doesn't work like that. It's going to last for a while. And then after a little bit of time, you're going to fizzle out. You're going to be like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore because this is not making sense. Your goal is going to give you purpose. It's going to drive you. As a matter of fact, on those days where you are motivated, you're like, yes, I'm accomplishing my goal. But on those days where you are not motivated, you don't want to do it, everything else is just getting in your way. Guess what? You're going to look back at that goal. You got to say, you know what? I have to accomplish my goal. And that's where your discipline is going to kick in. All right. So mentally, you have to write down your goal. All right. Along with being mental, you have to stop saying to yourself that I'm going to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow is not promised. I kid you not, is not promised at all. There are so many tomorrows and maybes that people have said over a lifetime probably could make them a billionaire. So you need to cut that out. You need to start today. Do something today. Do not wait for tomorrow whatsoever. All right. So now you got your goal in place. And now, 2, mentally, you are ready to go. All right. The only other thing is to get started. So, as I said, don't wait for tomorrow. Start today. That could be going for a walk. That could be getting down, doing a couple of push-ups. If you want to do a pull-up, hey, you might try to go somewhere, find a bar, and do some inverted rows, or just doing some some decline pull-ups. But overall, that's just an example. You don't have to go and do that. You don't have to go do that exactly. All right. But those are just some things that you can do to get started. All right. So mentally, you gotta be prepared. You gotta be prepared. All right. So now that we got our mind right, that's gonna propel us so far. But the mind can only do so much. It still needs things from the external. All right. So the second pillar is going to be eating whole foods. I cannot preach this more than anyone else, but I will say this: eating whole foods is going to have a dynamic. And when I say dynamic, I mean dynamic change on your life when you stop eating a whole lot of junk. You stop eating a whole lot of filler foods. But when you start eating your fruits, your vegetables, your complex carbohydrates, these are going to propel you, and mentally is going to feed your brain, and it's going to help you to want to do more because you're going to have so much energy, right? So if you have more energy, you're going to want to accomplish more of your physical goals and even your other goals in life. But you have to start eating those foods. And yes, I know we live in an economic time where things are quite expensive. That just means that you're going to have to budget a little bit more to get the whole foods that you need. So you might have to cut out your ice cream, right? You might have to cut out, uh, those luxury kind of potato chips that you like. Anything that is hindering you from eating whole foods, you have to cut it out. It is a distraction. So make sure that you get in that. Make sure that you're getting a good amount of servings of vegetables each and every day. If you want to eat meat, make sure that you're eating lean cuts of meat. All right, lean chicken, lean beef. If you eat pork, make sure you're eating lean pork. Most of these things should be eating the actual resources that is going to help you. So if you're eating beef, but that beef is not grass fed, I don't know about organic. The only thing that's organic is something that you are raising yourself. So that's a whole nother story, but we're not gonna really get into all that, okay? But just make sure you're eating lean meat. Now, if you want to propel yourself even farther, I am not a vegetarian and I am not a vegan, but there are plenty of people that you have seen the results of what happens when you pick up a vegetarian and a vegan lifestyle. So if you want those protein sources that are more so vegetarian and vegan, go ahead and start eating your beans. Go ahead and start eating your legumes. These are really going to propel you so far, light years ahead of where you've probably already been. Include them within your dietary needs. All right. So, so now we're building right now. We are really building. So one, we got our mindset in place. We got our goals. We're going to start today. And then right after that, we're getting ourselves together with our whole foods, and we're going to eat good meals, and we're going to cook, cook good food for ourselves. All right. So now the third pillar is staying in motion. This is such a crucial pillar. All right. If you are not staying in motion, you are literally dying. Every single day, you should be doing something, even at the minimum. Like I, like I tell everyone, there should be something you're doing every single day, no matter what. It's called a non-negotiable. All right. One of my non-negotiables is 100 push-ups each day, no matter what. It has to get done. It can be broken up. It can be 25, 25, 25, 25. It can be a straight 100. It can be 10 here, 10 there until I get up to doing 100. But no matter what, It is a non-negotiable and it has to get done. That's just at the minimum. That's not even including doing any kind of training. Now, for some people just starting out, just as a beginner, kind of getting back into things very gradually, you need to do 10,000 steps each day. Walking is the most beneficial and ergonomic movement that you can do for your body. Right after that, I mean, you could do running, but walking is better. If you want to upgrade that a little bit later on, you can start to do rucking. Rucking is when you basically putting a loaded carry on your back. It could be a person if that's what you're into. but no. It's just gonna be a backpack or a pack that's really heavy and you're putting it on your back and you're just going for a walk. That's it. That's all you're doing, just going for a nice little walk. But getting your 10,000 steps in each and every day is going to be very, very crucial for you. All right. And then let's say, you don't want to do a whole lot of walking, even though you should. It's good for the body. It's good biomechanics. Make sure that you're getting in some form of training, swimming. It could be going to the gym. If you don't have a gym membership, as you can see, I got my equipment back here. Purchase some equipment, do some at-home workouts. Check out my videos as a whole. All right. Got some things that's going to be real quick, especially for all my night shift warriors. And like I said, I know what you're going through. So that's why most of my videos are geared toward getting everything done very quickly, but still being efficient and getting stronger. All right. Okay. So we know that we got to stay in motion. We know that we got to keep moving because we don't want to die. Remember, the younger you is going to take care of the older you, but it starts right now. Okay. So we have discussed one, the mental. Two, we have discussed whole foods. And then third, we talked about staying in motion, getting your 10,000 steps in training. All right. But before I kind of open up on this fourth pillar, just make sure that you go ahead and subscribe. Uh, hit that button real hard. All right. Because it's going to be some good stuff coming out um, as we go into this year. All right. So let's go ahead and get right into it. If you stayed this far, you really deserve to hear this. But the fourth and final, the phantom pillar that I call it, that most people don't really pay much attention to, but it can cause such a detriment, such a negative uh, impact on your life if you really don't pay attention to it. And that's your sleep. Yeah. Yeah. If you're not if you're not getting good sleep, all of the stuff that we just talked about will literally go to the wayside. It's happened to me. It literally has happened to me. And I don't want that to happen to you. So that's why on this channel for all my night shift warriors, we're definitely gonna be talking about sleep a good amount. It's not gonna consume the whole channel, but we are going to be talking about sleep. All right. And how you can get better sleep, how we can use whole foods to induce better sleep, even how your movement as a whole can help you get better sleep. But overall, I'm going to just tell you right now, if you can get 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep, that's going to be crucial for you. But if you cannot get that, at least get at the minimum 6 hours. All right. 6 hours. You need it. If you're going through your training and you're also working at night, we already kind of cutting our legs like we're supposed to be sleeping nighttime. All right. But altogether, that's the fourth and final pillar. So with these four pillars, we're going to build, we're going to grow, we're going to get stronger, and we're going to live longer. All right. But make sure, once again, hey, y'all go ahead and slam that subscribe button and hit the like. That just helps me out in the algorithm, kind of push me out there for more people to see. And hit the little bell so that way you can know when new things are coming out. All right. Hey, I truly believe in you, all my night shift warriors. I'm there with you. Hey, to even all my people that's doing the daytime. If y'all like what you hear, come on by, join us at Black Box Strength, and I'm gonna see you later.